Vivek sir, you got your quorum, sir.
How many numbers?
30 completed just.
Okay. So it will further increase. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chairman sir.
Good morning, everybody. Are you able to hear me?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay.
प्रोफाइल करें। करे या नहीं करे बहुत छोड़ दे मीटिंग नहीं कर
You are now unmuted.
Are you able to hear me, Sundar and Parag and all that? Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes?
I am wearing a mask. Is it okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay with me. But there is nobody in my room, so I'm not wearing any mask.
Okay. Then I will remove it.
Because I am alone in my room, in my office room.
Okay, sir.
Any mask.
Thank you.
As yet, the virus is not reported to get transmitted digitally.
Better to be compliant. Means tomorrow.
No, that's what I'm saying. There is no report so far that it can be transmitted digitally.
All the directors and the chairman, sir, room number 2 is active, and the speaker shareholders will be able to hear your voice, sir. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Vinay Bide. I am speaking.
Hi.
Sir, we lost chairman connectivity, so he is rejoining, sir. Please wait.
Good afternoon, Chairman sir. We are unable to hear you. We request the speaker shareholders to kindly keep on mute. Thank you. Good afternoon, Chairman sir. We are able to hear you, sir. Can you please turn on your camera?
Yes. Are you able to hear me now? Can I start?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, but we cannot see you yet, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, members. नहीं हो रहा यार. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I'll start now. Media will come.
Yes.
Good afternoon, members. This is Lakshmi Narayanan, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Shriram Transport Finance Company Limited. I'm an independent director of the company since September 2009. I'm participating in this meeting from my office in New Delhi. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I take great pleasure in welcoming all of you to our 42nd annual general meeting of the company, this AGM. I hope you and all your family members are safe and fine. In view of the COVID-19 conditions and the importance of social distancing norms, the company has arranged this AGM through video conferencing and other audio-visual means as permitted by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. I am sure that you would have had the opportunity to read the company's 42nd annual report for the financial year 2020-21, sent to members by email on 30th May 2021, which contains notice of the 42nd annual general meeting, the standalone and consolidated audited financial statements for the year ending 31st March 2021, the reports of the board of directors and auditors thereon, etc. The requisite quorum being present, I call the meeting to order. I now request the directors of the company to introduce themselves to the members. Can I request Mrs. Kishore Udeshi?
Mrs. Udeshi, Independent Director, speaking from my residence in Mumbai.
Can I request Mr. Sridhar?
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Good afternoon to everybody. I am S. Sridhar, Independent Director, joining this AGM from my residence in Mumbai. I'm the Chairman of the Audit Committee and the IT Strategy Committee, and I'm a Director of the company since October 2014. Thank you.
Can I now request Mr. D.V. Ravi?
Good afternoon. I'm Ravi, Director of the company, calling from office in Chennai.
Can I request Mr. Pradeep Kumar Panja, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Chairman. I'm Pradeep Kumar Panja, Independent Director of the company from October 2018, participating in this meeting from my residence in Bangalore.
Can I request Mr. Michael Vijoy?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is Michael Fullion. I'm participating in this meeting from my residence in South Africa.
I now request Mr. Vivek Achwal, Company Secretary, to take us through the general instructions pertaining to this AGM.
So Mr. Umesh Revankar will also introduce.
Yeah.
Mr.
Umesh Revankar is our Vice Chairman, Managing Director. He needs no introduction because he has been the pillar of this whole company for the last several years. Still, yes, Vivek, I would request you, Mr. Umesh, I request you to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Umesh Revankar, Vice Chairman, Managing Director of the company since 2016. I'm participating in the AGM from the corporate office from Mumbai. Thank you.
I now request Vivek, Company Secretary, to take us through the general instructions pertaining to this AGM.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vivek Achwal. I am Company Secretary of Shriram Transport Finance Company Limited. I am participating in this meeting from the corporate office of the company in Mumbai. This meeting is also attended. This meeting is also attended by the joint auditors, Mr. Sumant Sakhardande, partner Hari Bhakti and Company, LLP Chartered Accountants, Mr. Piyush Gupta, partner Piyush Gupta and Company, Chartered Accountant, and Mr. P. Shriram, practicing Company Secretary, Secretarial Auditor and Scrutinizer for the purpose of this AGM. They are also present. Apart from that, the senior management team, including Mr. Parag Sharma, Joint Managing Director and Chief Financial Officer, and other senior Joint Managing Directors of the company, including Mr. Sundar, Mr. Sridharan, Mr. Nilesh Odedara, and Mr. Sudarshan. They are also present in this meeting. I welcome you all to this annual general meeting being held through video conferencing in accordance with relaxations given by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI in view of the COVID-19 pandemic conditions prevailing in the country. The facility for joining this meeting is made available to the members through video conferencing. All the members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from the background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once the name of the speaker shareholder is called out by the chairman, sir, the person will be unmuted by the host to enable him or her to speak. Before speaking, the shareholder is requested to click on the video as well as audio icon appearing on the screen to switch it on. And if for some reason the shareholder is not able to join through video mode, he or she can still speak using the audio mode. While speaking, the member is requested to use earphones so that they are clearly audible, and it would also minimize any noise in the background. They are also requested to ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other device, no other background applications are running, and proper light is available to have clarity in the video and audios. In case of connectivity problem at the speaker's end, the host will mute such speaker and next speaker will be invited to speak. The speaker will be given chance to speak in the end after resolution of the connectivity problem. Since this AGM is being held through conferencing pursuant to the applicable circulars of MC and SEBI, physical attendance of members has been dispensed with. Hence, the facility for appointment of proxies is not available for this AGM. The register of directors and key managerial personnel and their shareholding, register of contracts as required to be kept in this AGM are available for inspection by members. As already informed to you by Chairman Sir, the 42nd annual report was emailed to members on 30th May 2021. Subsequently, on June 20, 2021, the company has sent corrigendum to the notice of 42nd AGM to all members at their email IDs with regard to amendment in ordinary resolution number 3 of the notice of the 42nd AGM of the company. With your permission, I am now taking the notice of the 42nd annual general meeting together with the said corrigendum dated June 20, 2021 of the company and the report of the board of directors together with all annexures thereto already emailed to the members as read. The joint statutory auditors report for the financial year ended March 31, 2021 and the secretarial auditors report for the financial year ended March 31, 2021 do not contain any qualifications, observations, comments, or adverse remarks. Hence, with your permission, I take the same as read. As per the Companies Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder and SEBI LODR regulations, our company has provided facility of remote e-voting to the members to enable them to cast their votes electronically through the remote e-voting services provided by Messrs. K Fintech Private Limited on all the resolutions set out in the notice of this AGM. The remote e-voting period commenced on Monday, June 21, 2021 at 9 a.m. and ended on Wednesday, June 23, 2021 at 5 p.m. The e-voting module has been disabled by KFIN for voting thereafter. The members who are present at this AGM through VC but have not cast their vote on the resolution through remote e-voting or otherwise they are not barred from doing so shall be eligible to vote through e-voting system during this AGM after the necessary announcement is made by respected chairman at the end of this meeting. The vote tab on your screen will be activated to enable you to cast your vote at the end of this AGM. You can cast your vote by clicking on Vote tab. Please note that there will be no voting by show of hands. The results of voting will be declared within 48 hours of the conclusion of this AGM. The scrutinizer's report shall be placed on the company's website www.stfc.in and on the website of K Fintech. The same will also be communicated to the National Stock Exchange of India Limited and BSE Limited. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. P. Shriram, practicing company secretary, membership number FCS 4862, Chennai, as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner, including the Insta poll to be conducted at this AGM. Now, let us go to agenda items of this AGM. There are total 9 resolutions, 6 resolutions of ordinary business, and 3 resolutions of special business. Ordinary business, item number 1 to be passed through ordinary resolution is to receive, consider, and adopt the audited standalone financial statements of the company for the year ended March 31, 2021, together with the report of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Item number 2, ordinary resolution, is to receive, consider, and adopt the audited consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2021, together with the report of the auditors thereon. Item number 3 is to declare a final dividend on 26 crore 70 lakhs 47,513 equity shares of rupees 6 at rupees 6 per equity shares, aggregating to rupees 160 crore 22 lakh 85,078, and to confirm the payment of 2 interim dividends on 25 crore 30 lakh 61,513 equity shares at the rate of rupees 6 per shares, aggregating to rupees 303 crore 67 lakh 38,156, and to confirm the payment of 2 interim dividends aggregating to rupees 12 for the financial year ended March 31, 2021. The Board of Directors in its meeting held on April 29, 2021 has recommended a final dividend of rupees 6 per share of rupees 10 each, that is 60%, on 25 crore 30 lakh 61,513 equity shares for payment to shareholders of the company for the financial year ended on March 31, 2021. In the exercise of the powers delegated to the Board of Directors of the company by members in the 41st Annual General Meeting held on August 19, 2020, for issue of specified securities up to rupees 2,500 crore, the Board of Directors in its meeting held on June 7, 2021, approved launching of Qualified Institutions Placement QIP issue up to rupees 2,000 crore on June 7, 2021 at a floor price of rupees 1433.32 per equity share of face value of rupees 10 each. The company allotted 1 crore 39 lakh 86,000 fully paid up equity shares to 103 qualified institutional buyers QIBs allottees consisting of global and domestic investor community who participate in the QIP issue for aggregate amount of rupees 1,999 crore 99 lakh 80,000. This has resulted into increase in the subscribed and paid up capital of the company from rupees 253 crore 6 lakh 15,130 to rupees 267 crore 4 lakh 75,130, addition of rupees 13 crore 98 lakh 60,000. Payment was made by the Board of Directors on June 12, 2021. The said 1 crore 39 lakh 86,000 equity shares are pari passu with the existing equity shares issued by the company and therefore entitled to final dividend of rupees 6 per equity share for the financial year 2020-21. The aggregate amount of additional final dividend to be paid by the company consequent to the issue and allotment of the additional equity shares in the QIP issue is rupees 8 crore 39 lakh 16,000. The final equity dividend will be paid subject to deduction of tax at source. In view of these current developments, as mentioned above, on June 28, 2021, the company circulated to the members corrigendum to the AGM notice to modify the ordinary resolution at item number 3 of the AGM notice. In order to widely disseminate the modified resolution at item number 3 of the AGM notice, the company had posted the corrigendum on the website of the company as well as websites of the stock exchange. The company has also published the same in the newspaper on June 21, 2021. Next item is item number 4, is to appoint a director in place of Mr. D.V. Ravi, DIN number 00171603, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment as a director retiring by rotation. Item number 5 is to fix the remuneration of Messrs. Haribhakti and Company LLP Chartered Accountant, joint statutory auditors of the company, till they hold such office during the financial year 2021-22 as permitted under law, and to authorize the board of directors of the company to take all decisions in this regard. Item number 6 is to fix the remuneration of Messrs. Piyush Gupta and Company Chartered Accountants, joint statutory auditors of the company till they hold such office during the financial year 2020-21-22 as permitted under law, and to authorize the board of directors to take all decisions in this regard. Now we come to the special business. Special business, item number 7 is a special resolution. It is to renew the authorization for raising capital through issuance of equity shares and or other eligible securities with an enhanced limit up to rupees 4,000 crore. About this item, our respected chairman in his speech will convey to the members the management's and director views in the background of the recently launching and completion of the company's QIP issue, as I mentioned to you earlier. And this was done post issuance of the notice of AGM. The company is also coming out with the preferential issue of shares and warrant to promoters of the company, for which a meeting of extraordinary meeting is called on 7th July. Next special business is item number 8 is to authorize board of directors of the company for payment of commission to independent directors for a period of 3 financial years commencing from April 1, 2022, subject to ceiling of 75 lakhs per financial year. Item number 9 is to approve the elevation and redesignation of Mr. Umesh Revankar, DIN 00141189, as Vice Chairman and Managing Director of the company from April 1, 2021. The explanatory statement annexed to the notice of the 42nd AGM has set out the purpose and background for passing of the resolutions contained in the special business, and for sake of brevity, the same is not being repeated again. Page number 328 of the notice of this AGM also gives the background of the new regulatory requirement regarding appointment of auditors. Since this AGM is being conducted through video conferencing, and since the remote e-voting process has already been completed yesterday, the proposing and seconding each resolution as set out in the notice dated April 29, 2021 of the 42nd AGM is not necessary. Those members who did not cast vote on the said resolution through remote e-voting can cast their votes through InstaPoll system provided to the members after announcement for the same is made by respected chairman after end of the question and answer session. The members are given 15 minutes time for casting their votes. The members who have not registered as speaker but still desire to raise any question may kindly use the chat box provided on the screen. I now request Chairman Sir to kindly address the members. Chairman Sir, please.
Respected colleague directors, senior officers, and all the respected shareholders and investors. Your company continued to play active role in promoting financial inclusion by onward lending to micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, including to the customers needing liquidity support due to COVID-19. The highlights of the financial performance of the company as per the last audited financial statements as on 31st March 2021 vis-a-vis 31st March 2020, I shall be stating now. Total income, increase in total income to rupees 17,436.40 crores from the last year level of 16,575.76 crores. Profit after tax, marginal reduction in profit after tax to rupees 2,487.26 crores as against rupees 2,501.84 crores. Earning per share, marginal reduction in earning per share is rupees 100.97 as against rupees 100 is 100 to as against rupees 107.44. Book value of equity share, increase in book value per share.
Okay, no problem. ठीक है.
Increase in book value per share to rupees 852.30 as against 793.59. Capital adequacy ratio, increase in CRR to 22.50% as against 21.99% CRR, is well above the regulatory minimum of 15%. Liquidity, the company's liquidity buffer on June 15, 2021 was rupees 16,937 crores. Our belief is that the company's judicious liquidity management framework has enabled maintaining adequate liquidity throughout the financial year 2021 to meet our liabilities despite acute pandemic conditions and offering regulatory mandated moratoriums to its customers. Assets under management, the company's total assets under management as on 31st March 2021 were rupees 1,17,243 crores as against 1,09,749 crores as on March 31st, 2020. Asset quality, the company's asset quality has improved substantially. The gross stage 3 assets as on 31st March 2021 were 7.06% as compared to 8.36% as on 31st March 2020. The net stage 3 assets were 4.22% as on 31st March 2021 as against 5.62% as on March 31st, 2020. Current business scenario, the demand for pre-owned vehicle is expected to grow with the relaxation in lockdown. The RTO officers have started operations and all branch offices of the company except those in containment zone are now functional. Transportation being essential service, there is no major impact on movement of trucks. The relief packages announced by the government have reduced stress of small borrowers. The mass vaccination drive should further help movement of people, goods and service towards regaining normalcy. The voluntary scrappage policy of commercial vehicles will enhance the demand for pre-owned vehicles of younger age and new vehicles. This will also significantly improve the vehicle values in the marketplace. The board of directors considers that this augurs well for the growth of the company's business. The funds raised through the issue of securities will be used for future growth opportunities. Recent fundraising, the company has launched its qualified institutional placement QIP issue of rupees 2,000 crores on June 7, 2021 and received 6.3 times oversubscription. The company closed the QIP issue on June 11, 2021. The QIP issue was priced at rupees 1430 per share. Total 103 qualified institutional buyers, allottees consisting of global and domestic investor community participated in the QIP issue. We believe that the 6.3 times oversubscription and successful closure is a testament to the value of our franchise and its attractive growth prospects in the long term. Promoters' continued commitment and support in order to minimize the dilution impact of the QIP issue on the promoter shareholding. The promoters had expressed its desire to subscribe to the further equity shares and warrants up to rupees 500 crores. Accordingly, the Board of Directors of the company in its meeting held on June 7, 2021, considered the proposal of further fundraising and approved issuance of equity shares and warrants convertible into equity shares as under: issuance of fully paid up equity shares of face value of rupees 10 each at a price of rupees 1440 per equity share, aggregating approximately to rupees 250 crores, and issuance of warrants, each convertible into one fully paid up equity share, each at a price of rupees 1440 each, payable in cash, aggregating to approximately rupees 250 crores. To Shriram Capital Limited, promoters of the company, subject to approval of the members in the extraordinary general meeting to be held on July 7, 2021. I am sure you will extend your full support for passing of the special resolutions in the extraordinary general meeting. The Board of Directors consider that barring unforeseen circumstances, in view of this recent fundraising of about rupees 2,000 crores made on 12th June 2021 through QIP issue and the proposed preferential issue of shares and warrants to promoters of the company of about rupees 500 crores, the company may not need additional equity share capital during the next 1 year, and hence the special resolution as proposed at item 7 of the notice dated 29th April 2021 of the 42nd AGM regarding further raising of capital may not be acted upon till expiry of its validity on 23rd June 2022. The QIP issue and the proposed preferential issue of equity shares and warrants will further strengthen the company's capital base and balance sheet and help the company to augment the long-term resources for meeting funding requirements of its business activities, financing the future growth opportunities, general corporate purposes, effectively face the challenges of the uncertainties and disruptions being caused by COVID-19 pandemic, and improvement in credit rating. Dividend. The company has been consistently paying dividend to members for the past several years. The company had declared and paid to eligible members 2 interim dividends, each at the rate of 60%, that is rupees 6 per equity share of face value of rupees 10, each fully paid up for the financial year 2021, involving a cash outflow of rupees 303.67 crores. The Board of Directors has recommended a final dividend of another 60%, that is rupees 6 per equity share on 2670,475 equity shares, involving a cash outflow of rupees 160.23 crores for the financial year 2021, subject to approval by members in today's meeting of the company. With this, the total dividend declared recommended by the board for the financial year 2021 is 180%, or rupees 18 per equity share, or rupees 10 each. Employee safety. We believe that employees are our most valuable asset. We do not make any compromise in ensuring employee safety and put in place standard operating procedures before resuming operations of our offices and branches, namely thermal screening, wearing masks, social distancing, frequent cleaning, use of sanitizers, sanitization of offices undertaken as per standard operating procedure. The company has framed new policies which extend insurance cover to all the employees and support their families in case of death of the employee. In this context in particular, I would like to praise the exemplary leadership displayed by Mr. Umesh Revankar, our Vice Chairman and Managing Director, and his team of officers who braving the COVID, when the COVID at its peak, still came out to their officers and started lending, and that is why we have achieved such remarkable results, whereas most of the companies in our country are on downhill outlook. The company had taken swift action to activate the business continuity plan during first and second wave of COVID-19, and the same is being continuously reviewed. Hence, the company was successful in effectively facing the challenges and uncertainties of ongoing pandemic. The company has made adequate provision for impairment on loan assets due to COVID-19-led contingencies using expected credit loss model as per Ind AS. On 31st March 2021, the company made COVID contingency provision of rupees 2,591.48 crores. The Indian government announced its updated growth estimates for the fiscal year ending March 2021, wherein it stated that India's GDP decreased by 7.3%. For the year 2022 is expected to be much better due to easing of the lockdown in several states. The second wave of COVID-19 has had relatively lesser impact on businesses as manufacturing activities were allowed to operate with fewer restrictions. Further, travel and transportation was also allowed with lesser restrictions. This is evidenced by the GST collections, which were at a record high of rupees 1.41 lakh crores in April 2021. In May 2021, they were again higher by 65% on a year-on-year basis and touched rupees 1.02 lakh crores. CPI inflation increased from 4.29% in April 2021 to 6.3% in May 2021 due to seasonal factors and transmission of higher international prices. This is expected to moderate in the coming months as many countries have started gradually opening up their borders, and India too is on the cusp of a rebound. Non-food bank credit growth stood at 5.7% in April 2021, while agriculture and allied activities credit growth was 11.3% as against the month of April 2020. Credit to transport operators marginally decreased by 0.3% in April 2021 as compared to April 2020. This is expected to pick up in coming months since NBFCs form a large part of credit to transport operators, as credit to NBFCs increased 3.4% in April 2021 and is further expected to rise in the coming months. Commercial vehicle sales are expected to increase between 23 to 28%, expected to be led by increase in strong, medium, and heavy commercial vehicle growth of 35 to 40%. The RBI continued with its proactive policy measures in its June 2021 monetary policy. It announced a separate liquidity window of rupees 15,000 crores with tenors ranging up to 3 years till March 31, 2022 at the repo rate for certain contact-intensive sectors, including tour and bus operators, car rental services. It granted further support of rupees 50,000 crores to all India financial institutions for a new lending in 21-22 on April 17, 2021 to nourish the economy's embryonic developmental impulses. This included a rupees 25,000 crore special liquidity facility for the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development NABARD to support agriculture and allied activities, the rural non-farm sector and non-banking financial companies, microfinance institutions, a rupees 10,000 crore SLF for the National Housing Bank NHB to support the housing sector, and a rupees 15,000 crore SLF for the Small Industries Development Bank of India SIDBI to support small business MSMEs. It has been resolved to provide a further special liquidity facility of rupees 16,000 crore to SIDBI in order to meet MSMEs short and medium term credit needs and kickstart the investment cycle with a special focus on smaller MSMEs and businesses, including those in credit deficient and aspirational districts. The facility would be expanded to include on lending and refinancing using unique models and structures such as double intermediation and pooled bond and loan issuances. For a duration of up to 1 year, the facility would be accessible at the current policy repo rate. The good monsoon and increase in minimum support price MSP for transformation of the agricultural sector through various reforms aimed to facilitate domestic free trade in agriculture. The government's aim to double the income of farmers augurs well for agriculture sector, which is a bright spot of the Indian economy. Infrastructure is considered as a force multiplier to the growth. The government has laid focus on infrastructure development for employment generation. A big push to certain targeted mega infrastructure projects will reignite the economy. The above factors will benefit transportation sector and create more financing opportunities for your company. In this challenging environment, digital enablement has been key for remaining competitive, cost efficient, and resilient. We have therefore let focus to accelerate digital enablement to encourage our customers to make digital payment and the company making use of advanced techniques for loan evaluation, sanction, disbursement, and customer services. We are realigning our cost structure and are conserving cash. Your company has nurtured high standards of business culture, ethical practices, and congenial working environment, leading to development of leadership team working with the company for more than 2 decades, who effectively faced many challenging situations and steered the company on the path of success against all odds. The leadership team continues to have faith in resilience and capacity to overcome all odds. Dear members, I am sure that we have learned the skill of adapting to the new normal and adjusting with the pandemic conditions. Together we can and we will win this fight against COVID-19. During this tough time, we need a strong, unified and sustained effort by all of us. And I am sure that as long-term investors, you will continue to repose your faith and confidence and extend your full support to the company's management. I assure you that we are always committed to the philosophy of Shriram of strengthening the long-term stakeholders' value and that your company has a very strong foundation. I am sure with your continuous support, we will come out of this difficult phase. On behalf of the Board of Directors and myself, I thank all investors for reposing their confidence in the company. I also thank the promoters of the company for their kind continuous support. I, on behalf of the board and on my own behalf, take this opportunity to express my sincere and deepest gratitude to the debenture and fixed deposit holders, financial institutions, bankers, officials of statutory bodies, customers, auditors, business associates for their continued support. I thank Mr. Umesh Revankar, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, for his excellent leadership and his senior management team, the field and back office staff for their sincere efforts, zeal, enthusiasm, and hard work in this most difficult time. As I stated earlier, Mr. Revankar provided exemplary leadership, and he and his team were the first to come out in COVID to work and take care of the interest of all the stakeholders and the investors. I thank the central and state governments for taking various steps for safety and well-being of citizens and providing food security and financial assistance to the poor people, announcing various financial packages for MSME industry and revival of the Indian economy to face the challenges of COVID-19. I thank the frontline warriors, namely the doctors, nurses, ward boys, hospitals, and medical staff for the untiring services for saving human lives and fight against the pandemic. Police and other support staff also deserve special mention. I thank the Reserve Bank of India for taking various fiscal, monetary and regulatory measures to ensure normal functioning of financial markets and financial stability. I thank the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, for giving various relaxations to the corporates and listed companies during the prevailing extraordinary COVID-19 conditions to facilitate business continuity and raising of resources. We remain committed to achieve our company's philosophy of enhancing long-term shareholder value, achieving transparency, professionalism in all decisions and activities of the company, and excellence in corporate governance. Now let me revert back to AGM proceedings. The company has received requests from some members registering their names as speakers. I request all the speakers to limit their speech up to 3 minutes and not to keep repeating the points already raised in order to facilitate other speakers to express their views. The members who have not registered as a speaker but still desire to raise any questions may kindly use the chat box provided on the screen. Now I will invite speaker number 1, Mrs. Chandravati Katani, and I want to also make it clear that all your questions will be properly noted by the management, and our Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Revankar, after all the speakers raise their questions, will answer all their points. Now I request Mrs. Chandravati Katani, please.
This is your moderator. I request Mr. Chandravati Katani to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your camera and ask your question, sir. Mr. Chandravati Katani is not online at this moment, sir. With your permission, may I move on to the next speaker?
Yes, Mr. Vinay Bede will ask questions now.
Mr. Vinay Vishnu Bhade, request you to unmute your audio, switch on your camera and ask your question, sir. Mr. Vinay Vishnu Bhide. Kindly click on the red color button at the bottom to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible now.
Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
You can see me also, sir?
Not yet, sir. Your camera is not yet active, but you can proceed with your question. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I think it's active now. Anyway, I will start with the questions. Chairman Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, Vice Chairman MD Mr. Umesh Revankar, other directors present on video conferencing, senior management team of Shriram Transport Finance Company Limited, shareholder friends, good afternoon to you all. Financial year 2021 was another year of growth in assets under management as well as total income. Both net interest income as well as net profit held stable at 8167 crores and 2487 crore respectively as compared to the previous year. The board has already recommended dividends of rupees 6 per share, 2 dividends of rupees 6 per share, and now a final dividend of rupees 6 per equity share, making the total dividend for the year at rupees 18 per share on a face value of rupees 10. Thank you for the same. I have gone through the annual report, sir, and have a few questions to ask for better understanding. They are as follows. My first question, I would like you to refer to pages number 5 and 6 of the annual report. Now the question here is, in spite of the assets under management and total income increasing year on year for the past 6 financial years, NIM figures are flat for past 2 years. in the range of 8,100 to 8,200 crores, and net profit are also stuck in the groove for the past 4 years in the range of 2,461 to 2,564 crores. Now, my question here is that when and due to which factors do we expect to break the current trend? For my next question is on the gross and the net NPAs. The same pages. Gross and net NPAs have peaked at 9.4/6.4 in financial year 17-18 to 7.1/4.2 in financial year 2020-2021. The question here is, what are the expected figures or the target we have set for the current financial year? So that, sir, was my question number 2. Question number 3, I request you to refer to page number 7, which is a subsequent page. We have shown 1817 branches all over India as a part of our branch network. Now, in this branch network, I see 45 branches in West Bengal and 10 branches in Jammu and Kashmir. My question here is, what are the business conditions in the recent past and the present for both these states? The 4th question, I would request you to refer to page number 16, and the question is on the financial and the operational performance. The question is, the NIM figure, the net interest margin figure, as shown on serial number 10 of the table, is at 6.7, and the net profit margin shown at serial number 12 is at 14.26. These were the figures for the last financial year. So the question here is that, what have been the best figures for the company in the past 10 financial years? That is for both these two parameters, sir. The 5th question is, at present, we see a trend of rising input costs from the truck operator's point of view, rising vehicle costs, into bracket recent trend, and rising ongoing costs, that is rising fuel costs and other costs for the operator. The question here is that, how have such trends influenced companies' revenues and profits in the past, and what do we expect in this financial year?
Your questions in the interest of time.
Yes. The questions are in brevity. I'll complete. I'm sticking to the standard procedure of 3 minutes. I'm completing.
Mr. Bide, I don't think I answered so many questions even to get into the Indian administrative exam. So anyway, please finish your thing fast.
No, that was the 5th question. I'll close. A very good team under the Mr. Umesh Revankar, and reputed auditors are there. We have in the company like Mr. Shailesh Haribhakti. So I wish the company all the best. I support all the resolutions, and sorry for troubling you a little longer than that I was expected. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Next is Mr. Abhishek. Will ask questions. Mr. J. Abhishek.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Mr. Abhishek. Yes, carry on.
My name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DP ID IN301637 and client ID is 41359155. First of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. Sir, trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, and becoming one of the strongest brands in our respective industry segment. And sir, we would like to know what's the real impact of COVID-19 in percentage term and how our business is being affected. And the coronavirus and subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. So how many employees we have sacked, hired, salary cut in percentage, if any? And what are the cost-cutting initiatives done by the management? Any salary cut was being taken by the management during the pandemic period, the 1.5 years? And what is the view of the management going forward? Sustainability of the profit will remain challenging in the coming quarters. And so then what are the management efforts to reduce other expenses, legal professional charge, and audit fee? So then I have sent some of my queries well in advance to the email also to facilitate the management to give a proper and efficient reply. And sir, me and my team are running a legal firm in the name of Seven Wells Associates in Chennai, and we would request the management to kindly add our firm in the empanelment of the esteemed from Shriram Transport, so that in the years to come, we will be glad to provide our services to Shriram Transport being a shareholder. Nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Hope to see you in the physical AGM next year.
Thank you. Mr. Vijay Kumar will now ask questions. Mr. Vijay Kumar.
Yeah, yes, sir. Very good afternoon to all my fellow shareholders and also the chairman, sir, MD, sir, and also the board of directors. My congratulations on such a tremendous profit of 2,499 crores in view of the difficult COVID situation. I think it is a stupendous achievement on part of the entire team led by Mr. Umesh Revankar and also your collection team, at the level of the branches. They have been working, like I am told, since May 8th. I think all the branches are functional. So in these difficult, very COVID situations, a great, congratulations to the entire team, which is working on the field and doing the actual recovery in these very difficult conditions. Of course, the top management also needs to be congratulated for enabling them to make these things happen. So my questions are very simple, sir. Our actually reserves and surplus which qualify to give a bonus is around 8,000-9,000 crores or maybe close to 10,000 crores. So why are we not giving a bonus issue? Our equity capital, even after this increase in this current 2,000 crores, I think it is around 268 crores or something close to 270 crores. So our actually reserves and surplus which qualify to give a bonus is much more than 8,000, 9,000 crores, and our EPS is 110 rupees. So why, all the CEOs and CFOs whom I have interacted, they are all asking me why Shriram Transport is not giving a bonus. They are telling not 1:1 bonus. Shriram Transport balance sheet is so strong. Our reserves and surpluses are so strong that we can give a 8/5 bonus. On one share we can give 5 shares as bonus. Anyway, so I just request the top management, the board, to consider giving a bonus issue which will actually increase the net worth of the company, because our share price is also not crossing the 1,500 mark. So many, and our P multiple is also only 12 or 13. So if you compare our competitor or our that is Sundaram Finance. Sundaram Finance is having a P multiple of 25. Though they are not the leaders and we are the market leaders, and their turnover is only 40,000 crores and our turnover is 1,20,000 crores. So 3 times the balance sheet size of Sundaram Finance. Why Sundaram Finance is commanding a P multiple double our P multiple? 25 is a P multiple of Sundaram Finance. So why Shriram Transport, being an A group stock, being a market leader, why we are commanding only a P multiple of 12 or 13? I think we need to, possibly if you give a bonus issue, because our financials are very strong. So point number 1 is just requesting the board, the top management, to consider giving a bonus issue at the earliest. I think it is long overdue.
I request the speaker to kindly wrap up your questions. Your time is up, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jaykumar. Of course, the detailed answers will be given by my esteemed managing director. But you said all CEOs and CFOs who talk to you. I personally feel all CFOs and CEOs should worry about their own company and not about the dividends given by other companies. Anyway, as a shareholder you have asked, we will reply. Okay, next, Mr. Aspi Besania. Aspi Besania is present?
Can you see me now?
Yes.
So request Kari not to unmute me in the end, because whenever I try to enter after the chairman replying, I'm unable to enter. I can never hear the chairman's speech. They normally cut you off completely. So once you go out and come in, the chairman's speech. So please ask them to not to cut me off, because I want to go to reduce and come back. Coming to your dividend, people are praising dividend, but I would request you to reduce the dividend and instead give a bonus once in the 3, 4, 5 years, and not to go for even for QIP. You should rely on your own funds rather than relying on QIP. Just now the promoters maintained the stake, the institutions bought the shares, and the retail public like us were left high and dry. I don't want you to say that the market price is 1375 and we are issuing at 1400, because the price has gone to 1500 also in the past. So in the future, I would request you to please reduce the dividend, or at least maintain the dividend and not go for QIP. If you want money, you can come with a rights issue like last time. Because in rights issue, everybody made money. The rights issue was priced at 570 and the price now is about 1375. I would request you to follow the Kotak Bank model, where the price is so high and still they not even give 1 rupee dividend per share. The market valuation of the company does not depend on the dividend that you give, but on the performance. So I would request that next time, please do not go for a QIP. Others, you'll follow Yes Bank. Yes Bank used to give big dividend and every time come with a QIP, and you know what happened in the end. So then, how much is the percentage income from new CVs, old CVs, tractors, and others? If you can give me the percentage of the income. So that's all. And please again request Kavi not to switch off the mic for me, so that I can hear, I can go to Reliance and again come back to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Besania, but I will request you, being a shareholder, not to compare such a prestigious company like ours with Yes Bank and all that. Okay, we are far better in ethics in the way we govern. Next, Mr. P. Jaychand. Mr. P. Jaychand. Is Mr. Jaychand there?
Mr. P. Jaychand, I request you to unmute your audio. Yeah. You are continuously muting yourself, sir. Kindly unmute and proceed.
Sir, it is actually held up in another meeting. I am his son. I have already made my submission. Our all best wishes to the company, sir.
Thank you.
In the years to come and reward best dividend to the minority shareholder. Nothing much to ask, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I now request Mr. P. Shyam Sundari? Mr. P. Shyam Sundari?
Mr. P. Shamsundari is not online at this moment, sir.
Okay, then can we request now the last speaker, Mrs. Rangalakshmi?
Yeah. I am T.N. Ramakrishna. I am the joint shareholder along with my mother, Rangalakshmi. I have come. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate the management for an excellent performance during the COVID year, real COVID year, 2021, where we suffered a lot of, entire nation suffered, entire world suffered. So, I would like to congratulate the our chairman as well as respected and beloved vice chairman and managing director, and all the board of directors, our respected company secretary, and all the staff at all the level in the company, and all the stakeholders. And our company is following a balanced approach of payment of dividend and rights issue at an appropriate time at very easy terms of premium and other things. What is shareholders, particularly retail shareholders, are looking at is a stock split and bonus, which we hope management will take an appropriate decision. And our company's managerial remuneration is very reasonable. Not even reasonable, it is less than reasonable. As such, there is no scope left for any reduction in that. It is less than reasonable payout to our managerial staff and all staff. So we don't expect any cut in this one salary or anything. And asset under management, as already told, we are nearing, I think, 1,20,000 crores by this quarter end. Already 1,17,243 crores we achieved. We congratulate. And EPS is more than 3 digit, 101 rupees. And excellent dividend payout, which we hope it will be maintained, and we will get at least 3 dividends like this year we got. Going forward, we will get 3 dividends, unlike till last year we got 2 dividends. And This is an unexpected bonanza. We never expected the final dividend. What is being paid now in the, as per the approval, we get it in this AGM. We heartily congratulate the management for that. And I also read the SWOT analysis, which is quite very illustrative, very highly acceptable SWOT analysis given, and the high cash buffer, which I read in some internet edition article. You are maintaining a very high cash buffer to face any unforeseen circumstances due to prevailing situation. So that's also good. And in December 2020, the 100% efficiency in the collection, which speaks about the quality of our lending. So, and efficiency of our entire workforce of the company. So we once again heartily congratulate the management for this, and a very high credit rating and CRAR of 22.5%, and very sustainable mixes of resource mobilization, including overseas borrowing and fixed deposits, NCDs, bank loans, and other things, which gives a very good basket of resource mobilization. That is also very good, and our CSR activities are also very good. So overall, it's a tremendous success here in a very testing and a trying situation, which is unprecedented in almost a century in the entire world which has come. So that is, we have successfully managed. That is going, when going gets tough, tough gets going. Tough people of our company, led by Honorable Chairman and Honorable MD and all the board of directors and all the managerial and other staff at up to the lowest level of the company's hierarchy. They all worked very tough. So tough gets gone in our company. So we have come out with the flying colors, with the good dividends, and we do hope this will be sustainable module. And we once again, I would like to once again congratulate the management for all these efforts and put our company above the rest of the in the industry. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you. I now request the Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Umesh Gavankar, to just reply to the questions raised.
Thank you, Chairman. Thanks to all the speakers. My greetings to all the shareholders. Most of the points are being covered in our chairman's speech. Some of the points I'll try to cover and give answers. Some of the specific, if I miss, you can remind the same, and we will answer through our company secretary, Mr. Vivek. As you expressed, your company has done best in most trying circumstances. The company had multiple challenges. Even the economy had multiple challenges in the last 2 to 3 years. And last 3 years, it was aggravated most by COVID-related challenges. And since we need to follow COVID restrictions, our ability to reach customers were restricted. And to some extent, because of the digitization effort and also educating customer to be on a digital mode, it helped us a lot. This effort has been there for last 3-4 years. It is not 1 year effort, but whatever the preparation we had really helped us to manage the situation. And also, most important is most of our customers, we directly onboard them. We underwrite our customer loan by onboarding, knowing the customer personally. Therefore, our ability to reach out to them in this kind of environment was a winning stroke, I should say, where our business model really helped, wherein we knew each and every customer personally. The COVID-1 had different challenges, and COVID-2, we had little different challenges. COVID-1, to start with, there was a total lockdown, and April and May, the economic activities totally came down, and even the inter-district and intra-district movement of passenger and goods both were restricted. But as it got opening up from July last year, things become normal. And from September to March, continuously there was a good progress in the economy. And we also saw very good improvement in the customers' earning. The moratorium given was really helpful to the customers and to the company to give support to the customers. Thereafter, RBI allowed us to restructure the account. That also really helped us. But as the economy has picked up, very few customers chose to restructure their accounts. This year, especially, the lockdown is more local. It's a state government-led lockdowns. So each governments have different policies. But last 15 days, I should say, things are opening up. Most of the states are opening up, and therefore we are able to see economic activity reviving. And we expect the pent-up demand because of the lot of government initiative and the consumption demand which we expect, and good rural economy. We should be able to come to the normalcy much faster this financial year compared to the previous financial year. One of the questions we received was, what is the total vehicle production and sale? I would like to say that 2018-19, the total number of units sold among goods vehicle were more than 10 lakh. And 2021, it came down to less than 6 lakhs. So that's a kind of nearly 50% down in sale of new vehicle. And that means to the extent economy contracted and they were not able to receive the new vehicle that is being manufactured. As far as the used vehicle, which we normally lend, they had reasonably good business because most of them are owner-operator. And being owner-operator, not dependent on a driver or labor, it really helped our customers to operate and make their living and able to pay reasonably on time. So we had a good collection. And our stage 3 assets, we are in India's accounting, stage 3 assets, it came down from 8.36% to 7.06%. There's a significant improvement in the COVID period. As far as net interest margins are concerned, because of the COVID, the board has suggested us that we should maintain high liquidity because there are a lot of uncertainties going around. Therefore, we are keeping a higher liquidity of more than 16,000 crores on the balance sheet. That reduces the net interest margin. So in this financial year, our net interest margin has come down to 6.7, mostly due to this pressure, the higher liquidity. In the normal year, our net interest margin would have been anywhere between 7 to 7.5, depending upon the economic activity and also depending upon the borrowing cost. So this time around, even the borrowing cost, we are able to reduce over the period. Even incrementally in the last 3-4 quarters, we have seen reduction in the borrowing cost. That is going to help us in the subsequent quarter to improve our net interest margin, and that will improve our profitability. So our profitability is definitely going to improve as we are expanding our net interest margin. Another additional point I would like to give, even this credit cost, which we had indicated in the beginning of the year at around 2.7, we were able to restrict it to around 2.48 in the as on March 21. So these are the improvement we could make it. And as far as the vehicle cost going up, fuel cost going up, our reading is the vehicle cost has gone up mostly because of BS6 implementation, where you have the vehicle technology has to undergo a big change. And as the vehicle technology undergo a big change, then vehicle costs go up. And additionally, in the last financial year, steel price has gone up significantly. These two has made the vehicle cost to go up. This has added advantage to us who are in used vehicle, because all our used vehicle resale price will go up. So we have a better LTV coverage. So therefore, our assets under overall our asset will have a better our loan have better coverage because of higher value in the asset. That is the advantage. Fuel price going up, normally the fuel price increase gets passed on to the end consumer, and you are able to see that there is inflation, food price inflation going across the various produce and products, and that is mainly due to the increase in fuel price, which is being passed on by the operator to the end customer. So the operators normally don't bite into the increased cost, and their viability do not get unduly affected. There will be some temporary impact, but they will effectively pass on. So their ability to earn and operate and profitability are unlikely to be impacted by and large. As far as the used and new vehicle split is concerned, our new vehicle portfolio is around 10%. Used vehicle is 90% of the total AUM. And the tractor portfolio is around 4% of the total portfolio, wherein we have a very good scope in increasing tractor portfolio, which we have consciously decided in the last couple of years. And one of our member shareholders also suggested that we should improve our tractor presence. So we have consciously increased the number of branches in the rural area, and therefore we should be able to increase our tractor portfolio. So your company, and with guidance from the board, is able to weather the difficult times, and we should be able to give better results and to the satisfaction of all the shareholders. As far as the bonus and split of share is concerned, our board members have heard your suggestions. We will definitely look into it and take appropriate decision at right time. With this, and one more question was there on the dividend distribution policy. Our dividend distribution policy is 20 to 25% profit after the tax. So these are the points which I have noted down. And if some of them had missed out, you can reach out to our company secretary, and we will be able to address you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Revankar. Now I thank all the members for joining the meeting. I thank all the investors, shareholders, and all my board of director colleagues for joining this meeting. I request all of you to take care of yourself and members of your family in this most difficult pandemic period. I now authorize the company secretary to conduct the voting procedures to conclude the AGM. The remote e-voting process was completed on 23rd June 2021. The members who did not cast their votes through remote e-voting process can now cast their votes through Insta poll facility. The Insta poll facility to cast the votes will be available for 15 minutes. The company has appointed Mr. P. Shriram, practicing company secretary, as scrutinizer. I have authorized the Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Revankar, to receive the scrutinizer's report on e-voting within 48 hours of conclusion of this meeting. The results of the e-voting and the scrutinizer's report will be posted on the website of this company, as well as on the websites of the stock exchanges on which shares of the company are listed, and the website of KFIN. With all this, with your consent, I and the board of directors would like to conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are now muted.